Hello and welcome to the Day Tradestor. This was a channel where I was hoping to put up a video every day about trading, showing what I do with my swing trading strategy, and maybe some of you were hoping that I would hold true to that, but I didn't. I was not able to because I made a choice 2 weeks ago when the market started going down a little bit. I decided to take the opportunity to try to come up with a design, an image that would be cool, something that I can use on my business card, something that I can use in my marketing materials for the Day Tradestor, something that would get the attention of people who do not currently have a retirement account, where they would see the image and go, hey, what is this? I think I want to take a look at it. But not only that, I also wanted to probably try to tweak my current strategy. The strategy that's in the videos is mainly an investment strategy with some swing trading as price moves up and down. In my videos, I use a 10 and 20 day moving average on the daily time frame. And going back and looking at doing a little bit of research, I found that I am selling too soon. And when I sell too soon, that gives me an opportunity to buy back in. But then when I buy in, I'm buying at a higher price, and then price turns down and goes the wrong direction that we want it to go. And then I'm left holding more bags. So I had two things going on. I wanted to get my business card and my logo / design and tweak my strategy. And it was a great opportunity because the market went down the past 2 weeks. Now, NVIDIA just reported, so maybe that will change the direction of the market and we'll start going right back up. So in reference to the strategy, this is an example. This is a daily time frame of the S&P 500, and the fast moving average is on a 10-day, and the slow moving average is on a 20-day. And typically I buy in when the price crosses up and above, and I typically sell down when it crosses down. However, if we look at the example of the S&P 500, you can see I would have sold somewhere around in here and then bought back in over here, and then I'd be selling back in at a lower price over here, meaning that we would reduce our overall profits from the entire 5-month run altogether. And this is true. This is an example of the process on many other individual stocks that I own. It is a great strategy for investing, but it's not the greatest strategy for maximizing our long-term growth potential. For those of you who are new to the video and to my channel, I am primarily an investor. I invest first, and then I try to swing trade and day trade my long-term holdings. I am making money, I'm profitable, and that is why I wanted to make videos so I can help other people become profitable or other people enter the markets. But in reference to my strategy being tweaked, I still haven't nailed it down, but tomorrow I will start recording, going back to making my daily videos. I sincerely apologize for the last 2 weeks. But it was important that I got my image done because as you help me grow, as you share my information and videos with other people, and we help other people possibly inspire people to open their own retirement accounts, then I will be growing. And we're growing in subscribers, more eyeballs on a daily basis to our channel. And I do not want to charge people. I don't want to have a subscription fee. I don't want to do what many of these fake gurus that you possibly have seen online and sell a course, because most of their courses are garbage. And almost every single course that you could buy, you can find all the information for free right here on YouTube. But I don't want to charge, but I do want to figure out a way to make money. And the best way for me to possibly make money off of this by helping you is if you voluntarily purchase some merchandise. So 2 weeks ago, I decided to focus on those two things, primarily my image of something that would catch people's eyes and catch people's attention and want them to look a little bit further at the number one, the business card, but also it might inspire them and steer them to take a look at the YouTube channel. So I went to Freelancer. I opened up a contest for $300 for a professional designers, Adobe illustrators, to come up with a pretty cool card that encapsulates the stock market in itself and would be a very wow or a very cool image. something unique, something that people haven't seen before, not a standard finance logo. I wanted something that would catch people's eyes. And after about 5 or 6 days of receiving, I think, somewhere between 1,300 and 1,600 submissions for business cards and designs, none of them even came close to what the parameters I had set. So after about 40 hours of working with designers, answering questions, answering comments on Freelancer, I decided to chuck the contest. I contacted the Freelancer support staff and got into a conversation. They didn't want to give me a refund. I told them to look at my parameters and then look at over 1,000 submissions, and not a single one is meeting the parameters that I had set. So in the end, they ended up giving me my almost $450 back. But then I had to purchase Adobe Illustrator and do it myself. So I'm looking at 40 hours in week 1, while also trying to figure out how to improve my strategy so I can help you be better investors, possibly, if you choose to follow me. But also something that will make you want to possibly help the channel grow and walk around looking cool and marketing for my channel with a cool image on a hat or t-shirt or a bag or even on your cornhole set. Maybe even one of these 2 sets. So for about 6 years, I had a party rental game company where if you had a party, you can rent some games. Name of the company was Mega Fun Party Games, but when COVID hit, that put us really behind schedule on our primary revenue stream, which was the design and manufacture of cornhole games. When COVID hit, the printer that we were using, they fell 3 to 4 months behind schedule. I was selling a product every day on Etsy. And when you're purchasing something on Etsy, you don't want to have to wait 3 or 4 months, even though you know COVID is probably the main reason. But part of that, we had some customers that wanted some stock market boards. So I designed 3 or 4, actually 3. I designed 3 sets, and these are the 2 that actually made it to the final stages of design. The third one was a completely different design, but we had 2 people that loved this set. We had a third that didn't like the illustrations. They wanted the real bear and a real bull, especially the bull of the Wall Street Bull. So we just replaced these 2 illustrations with these 2 statues. So if you are interested in possibly getting a cornhole set, I'll have to finalize. I have to contact my printer. I know they're still in business. Get the new rates, but leave a comment, reach out and say, hey, those are pretty cool. I'd like to possibly get one. Well, how much are they? How much is a set? And I can resubmit these designs and start having some boards printed up. I am going to have this set probably printed up, and because I've got the new OpSpot camera, I've been playing with it. I haven't made a video yet using it, but I'll probably have this in the background. But these are pretty cool. They're both cool. This is my favorite, but the other person, he didn't like the illustrations at all, so I came up with these real images, found them online, incorporated them in the design, and he was extremely happy. So again, 2 weeks ago, I spent 40 hours trying to come up with a design that people would say, wow. And on a cornhole board, both of these do it, but these won't look good on a business card. So I got my money back. I repurchased Adobe Illustrator. Probably forgot half of what I learned in Adobe Illustrator. Had to relearn that. And I spent 50 hours working on a brand new image. Actually, I spent 50 hours in total on Adobe Illustrator, but 45 of it was on the image side of the card, and 5 of it was just on the text side of the card. And I believe I came up with an absolutely amazing image. Like I said, the first week I spent 40 hours. I didn't know what I was looking for. I just wanted somebody to design me a banging card. And they all failed miserably on Freelancer. So last week I started rocking out an idea of multiple ideas, and this was the finished product that I have for my business card. This is one side of the business card. This is 45 hours of work, and that's straight work on Adobe Illustrator. That's not counting all the other hours throughout the last week that I spent just walking around the house, sitting with my wife, trying to figure out come up with an idea. And one idea led to another, one idea led to another, that led to another idea, and ultimately, this is what the result was. I think it's rocking. I think this is a wow. The bear looks great. Everything on it looks great. The gold is amazing. This will look great on a hat. It'll look great on a mug. It'll look great on the back of your shirt. I think this is an image that somebody would want to buy, that would want to help market my YouTube channel, because it absolutely, I think it looks cool. If you think it looks cool, leave a comment. If there's something you'd like to see it on, let me know what you'd like to see it on. Because as I said, I want you to voluntarily help me grow my company by watching the videos, but I also want you to voluntarily help me make money by buying cool merch. I have no problem making my videos. I want them to be for free. I hope I'm not ever in a situation where YouTube requires me to require a subscription fee. I've heard that they do that depending on the number of views that they have, because YouTube makes money off of commercials and advertising. But I've got a long way to go to get to that point, if I ever even get to that point. So this is one side of the card, and the other side of the card. So this, I literally spent 45 hours straight just trying to come up with designs and working at it. I think this is an amazing result. So then the other 5 hours, I just had enough. This was just information. I wasn't worried about this. I didn't want the text side to take away from the visual, and hopefully you can see the theme. So if we go back to the glasses, these are clear. Everybody can tell these are a pair of glasses. It's easy to see. See your future through different lenses. If you've been watching my video, then you know that I am not trying to help people who are day traders. I'm also not trying to help people who already have retirement accounts. I'm hoping that by me showing my videos as an investor and how I swing trade might inspire people who do not have a retirement account at all to open an account, or who are day traders, to talk them out of being day traders and become profitable by being investor first and a swing trader second. So this clearly spells out what we want you to do. We want you to go to YouTube. We want the people who see the card want to go to the day Tradestor on YouTube. And I am hoping that I can inspire people who do not have a retirement account to let them know that $25 a week will make them completely see their future in a completely different light than that they probably are seeing it now. There's so many blue-collar workers who just paycheck to paycheck. They're not saving anything. There's nothing in retirement. But $25 a week can change your life in 30, especially 40 years. If you're 18 years old and you start putting in $25 a week, 40 years from now, you can have $400,000, $500,000 based on historical averages of 10% growth a year of an investment account. And that's just the S&P 500. So again, take a look at this image again. So this clearly is a pair of glasses, and that's the theme on the front. See your future through different lenses, and hopefully I will gain more viewers. Hopefully I will gain your trust and you will share my videos with other people. I intend on making better videos. I intend on becoming a better content creator, but I needed to get my image done. I needed to get my business card done. But I absolutely needed the image, because when I go out in public, I want to wear a shirt. Every business I've ever had, I've always had a shirt, and that was my primary article of clothing that I wore out in public. But out of the few companies that I had that had logos, this just blows them out of the water. This, I think I did an incredible job. I'm tooting my own horn. You are certainly more than welcome to leave a comment and toot the horn as well. But this is what I did the last 2 weeks. So I can apologize for not putting up videos for the last 2 weeks, but it would not be a real apology. But at any rate, I hope you forgive me. I hope you're not angry at me. If any of you were wondering what's going on, because I said I was going to be here every day putting up videos, I do apologize for that. I was just focused on getting a banging image out, something that would look cool on a t-shirt and a hat. Something that would capture people's eyes. That's where my focus was. And when I focus on something, almost everything else takes the back seat. So please, for those of you who were curious and was wondering maybe something bad happened to me, I do sincerely apologize for creating that emotion. But please accept my quote-unquote apology for no video the previous 2 weeks. And hopefully you'll see the result of what I accomplished here is worth it. And hopefully it'll be something that you'd want to see on a product. But for those of you who are seeing this video for the first time, my basic strategy as an investor, this is a daily chart, meaning that each candle aggregates throughout the day. And I run a 10-day This is the yellow, is a 10-day moving average. This is called the fast line, and a 20-day moving average. This is the slow line. And typically, whatever stock I'm using, when we have a significant crossover of price moving down, that's when I look to sell. And then when we have a cross up, that's when I look to buy. And that's primarily what my videos are. That's primarily what my strategy is. It's a productive strategy. It's a profitable strategy. And the main reason it's profitable over time is because I'm acting as an investor. I'm not acting as a day trader. I'm not looking to find stocks every day, whatever stock is moving. I'm not looking to find penny stocks. That's not me. That's way too risky. And less than 1% of the people who actually day trade ever become rich, and less than 4% of people who actually day trade are actually even successful. Those aren't my numbers. Those are the real numbers from the industry itself. And I feel bad for all of those day traders who are out there trying to do the get rich quick when they absolutely can get rich over time. So that's why I make my videos showing my investment strategy. Now, what I'm trying to fix is if we take a look at, well, let's just pick Bank of America. You can see we bought back here at a cross, and then I would have sold some of my stocks. I had every time price crossed down below either the fast moving average or the slow moving average, I sold. But then take, for example, here, I would have sold Bank of America back here, and then I would have bought in when price moved back up right here. And then I would have sold back here on this candle, and I would have bought back in up here. So this is a perfect example of I'm buying and selling too frequently. So here I would have sold one share of Bank of America, and then from this cross, price crossing below the slow moving average, I would have sold another share or another block of shares, or specifically another book of shares. And if we go to Google, G-O-O-G, I don't think this was going to be. So right here, I would have sold, right here, I would have sold a Google because we had price cross below the fast moving average. And then we had price cross and stay below the slow moving average. And then it crossed back up. I would have bought here, and then it crossed back down. And then not only did it cross back above the fast moving average and the slow moving average, it crossed back down. And then I would have bought back in over here. Now, everything that I would have sold here would not have been stocks that would have ultimately yielded a great return for a lot of companies. Now, it just happened to work out that Google just went on higher. But one of the main aspects of my strategy is we do not sell at a loss. I don't sell at a loss. So let's try a different stock, Archer, ACHR. So here I bought here at the cross, and then, well, this isn't a good example, but let's try Meta. We'll try one more stock. So this would be an example. We had we bought somewhere back here. It would have been very low, and we made some money, and then we sold completely out. So we're around here, and then we bought completely in, and then we sold completely out. And on the daily time frame, this is too close. So then I ended up holding bags at $700, and I still have them. I still have several shares. I have almost $787, $772, and $775 because I bought back in because I completely sold out when the fast moving average completely fell below the slow moving average, because a high frequency number of times when we do have a cross like this, it's like right here. It goes down for an extended period, but it doesn't do it all the time. Probably not even half the time. But since I don't sell at a loss, I've got bags that I'm holding that I bought at nearly $800, and we're now down to $590. And I don't want people to copy me and then get upset that they bought in and then price went down and try to blame me, because again, if you're following me, you're doing this at your own risk, because I'm not a financial expert, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm trying to make my strategy more profitable where I sell less frequently, thereby having greater amount of profits. So tomorrow will be the first video in 2 weeks of actual trading video. I will show, I'm still trying to tweak that because, again, the majority of my time over the last 2 weeks even though I was hoping to try to tweak my strategy. It was mainly focused on what type of image am I going to create? What product can I say that people are going to look at and go, wow, that's pretty cool. I know that has to do with the stock market. I know what that means. And I want to follow that guy because that image is cool. So hopefully you agree from the image that it was worth the time, and hopefully you didn't miss the videos too much. And with that, I hope you all have an absolutely amazing rest of your day.